and I don't think a lot of people are talking about this, but I get maybe because it's stating the obvious, but these two former Nintendo employees, were they producers? Let's see. On latest episode, Eyeless. Well, what is the podcast name? I'm starting the remake. What is this channel? I'm trying to remember what the
Kit and Krista.
Oh, King Krista. Wait, these weren't Nintendo ambassador people, right? Or on Nintendo tree?
They left Nintendo in 2022 after numerous years with the company. It doesn't say what they did there.
Okay. Well,
Just says they were there.
So basically, these two people who worked at Nintendo and have a YouTube channel, which is probably a smart move you can make, they gave some thoughts onto why Nintendo will never release an HD version of Smash Bros. Melee. And I actually have some input. And of course, and yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you started it off because I saw this article when I was pulling them all up before, and I was like, of course not, you idiots. Get over it.
I mean, there's one thing between being hopeful and being realistic. Hopeful is I hope for a Melee HD remake, but realistically, Nintendo would rather reenact the scene from The Dark Knight, where the Joker destroyed the hospital. They'd rather do that IRL. To themselves, not to a hospital.
They will remake the live action movie from the 80s or 90s, whatever, before they remake Melee. All right.
They hate Melee. Sakurai hates it for some reason. Well, because everyone made it competitive, which Nintendo hates sportsmanship. I don't know. I think they hate sports for some reason, or esports for whatever reason. Yeah, like they said, it's never going to happen. It's absolutely 100% never going to happen. Were they answering a question? That's my only
reason. I don't know. It says they were talking about it on their podcast, which
gotcha.
The only podcast out there is Goons Games and Gear, but
you do you, I guess. It says Yang went on to say Melee is surrounded by quote negative things that she believes Nintendo would not want to go anywhere near, like black market emulation and quote all this other stuff Nintendo does not like. But that's so. The reason the black market emulation exists is because Nintendo refuses to do anything with it. It's like Nintendo's pissed off at a problem that they created. It's like that meme where you put like the stick in the bicycle smoke and and then you cry about like someone else doing it. It's basically like that. Ellis said one of the reasons Nintendo would not pursue making HD is quote how annoying the community would be around it. If you change even one minuscule detail about this game, the community would say, "Oh, this game is not viable." Okay, but
I mean,
I understand your point, but the assumption is they wouldn't change anything; they'd just be porting it, right?
Right. They just want an HD remake of it. That's it. Leave everything the same. Just make it look a little prettier.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I don't. Maybe I'm kind of flip flopping here. I want to say Nintendo wouldn't, but at the same time, didn't they make some changes to like Metroid Prime, but not like besides the glossiness and the look of it, but didn't they as
they upgraded like everything, I think, for the most part. Yeah. So what do you hear? He's trapped in the well.
No, I was hearing something from my roommate, and I wasn't sure if it was being caught on the microphone or not, and it would have pissed me off. Is it being caught?
Yeah, I mean they made it look a lot nicer for the textures and stuff too, but all right, I'll play like devil's advocate, right? In one hand, it's like shut up, you don't need Melee, you have Ultimate, which is literally the Ultimate Smash Brothers, has everything in it, you don't need it. On the other hand, with Sakurai gone, what else are they gonna do with Smash Brothers other than
that's true,
remake old ones, maybe,
right? Yeah,
kind of
they could do like a what they did with Mario, where it's just a collection, at least of
true. We could get a 64 game Melee Brawl reboot. I don't think they'd ever do 4, only because 4 is just too close to Ultimate at this point.
Right.
We don't need it, so
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's like they could do that, but I mean, obviously they never will. And although this, I don't like this part where she says, "There's no way you can satisfy the zealousness of that community." You actually could by just not changing anything, porting it over, and adding online. I actually don't think. I think Nintendo will somehow screw it up, but I think that if they just stuck to that, like that strict script of porting it, add online, don't touch anything else, I think the community would be pretty happy with it.
Right. Or just
Uh,
like just be okay with what they're doing with it. Like, who cares? You're not selling the game anymore anywhere. Uh, I don't know. They're so stingy with their properties. Like, I get it. That's like the culture over there, but
right.
just let it go. It's okay. You make more. You make more money now, Nintendo. It's fine.
Says here, Alice went on to
Remember, the
say,
GameCube was a failure. It was a failure. Nobody
yeah.
played Melee. It was a failure.
Let's see here. Let's. Alice and Yang also agreed that Sakurai would attempt to veto any move to have any other studio make Melee HD, even though he has stepped away. Let's see here. Oh, so this is the part I want to talk about. Ellis went on to say that he believes Nintendo sees no incentive to make Melee HD, agreeing with Yang that it would cause headaches for the company. Yang said that she has quote residual trauma from her time working on the Smash Bros. Series at Nintendo. Dealing with that was truly a nightmare. She said. Did someone hurt you? Did someone say smash and then
Yeah.
like
What?
punch you or something? Like
Yeah.
what's
What is wrong with you?
I don't know what the trauma is, but as for the Melee HD, I didn't think about it this way, but now I think about it, besides Melee diehards, who would actually play it? You know, like there's
Nobody.
no, like I'm just trying to get all the sides here, but realistically, like it would be a nice gesture if it was cheap to do, and there was like I was at it, but right, it's like who. I'm not gonna buy it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my time with Smash Melee, but I'm just gonna go to Ultimate. Like it has
Right.
literally every character, so
Right.
so yeah, Nintendo will never do it. I just don't think it's really a conversation worth bringing up because like it's like gravity, that's just like
Right.
forever and
Just
constant.
let it go. Just give up on the dream, and maybe one day you'll be surprised or something. I don't know.
But the dream you should there's two dreams you should hang on to. Um, Getting us to 1 billion subscribers, that's one dream. But the other
Right.
dream is Mario Super Sluggers for Switch. So that's a realistic dream, right?
It's coming. It's coming. The next direct, it's coming.
Yeah. Oh my, don't get my hopes up.
I know.
Don't
I know.
don't. But can you guarantee it? Oh my god, he did. Oh my God. I know we keep going back to that, but could you imagine, like, at the Nintendo Direct, they're just like, an, Mario Super Slugger is happening, and they just like he does it, and everyone's like, "What does that
Yeah.
mean?"
Only a select few are like, "Whoa, yeah!"
Oh my fucking god! What the? That I don't know. That's my
I will
dream.
knife fight
I
you.
will.